Hello again. Anushka Lianage again back with the DBMS video assignment question sets. So today we have question set 16. So here we have our scenario right here. It says the marks of the term examinations of the Kalvula Junior College are still recorded in books. Because of this, the principal has to spend a lot of time when he needs to check the marks of the students. Therefore, the principal has decided to include the term marks of all students studying in his school in a computer system. The software was developed by a software development company called AI Soft. The software should be able to store all student scores and student assessment scores. The principal has decided to develop this software to include the marks of the students in grade 11 as the first stage of this software. You will be putting on the shoes as a senior software engineer at this company. You and your team are tasked with creating the database here and the SQL query used to provide the following requirements. So, first question is try to create a database called exam underscore marks underscore db to store student marks. Use the ER diagram to create this database. So, since they asked to use the ER diagram, we go into MySQL workbench. So like questions 11 to 15, these would also have questions as 16 to 20 will also be under this same scenario right here. So then for some questions we will move on to HiDSQL. So we'll use both MySQL Workbench and HiDSQL. So now let's create so I'm here at MySQL Workbench, and now I'm gonna rename this module. Diagram module 2. Just said earlier exam marks DB. Right. Okay, and so with that I'm gonna add diagram here. Right. So it says here to create a table named student to store students data. It says here to create a table named student to store students data. So create the table according to instructions below. So so in this student table will have the index number, which is the primary key, the first name, the last name, the gender, the contact number. So let's do that. Same deal as before. On this, double click. So I'll click on student. Index number, which will be the primary key, and the data type would be varchar. The length would be 10 characters. Right. So first name, so that would be varchar. That's 45 characters, which comes by default. And then the last name, that's varchar 45. Yes, that's also varchar. Gender, that would be that would be 10 characters. the contact number would be also voucher with 10 characters. Right, that's pretty much it for the student table right here. And next we have to create a class table. So the school has two grade 11 classes. So two classes, classroom for grade 11 students. So we're going to create a class table. So we're going to make class ID, make it the primary key and auto implement it, and also the class name. So let's do that. So that's that. So create a class table. Class ID and that's going to be it's going to be an integer, and we're going to send this to AI auto increment it. Right, and then the class name Vacha, and that's 45. Okay, right, so those are the columns for the class table. And then the next one we go to subject. So a table of subjects taught in school. So let's do one for subjects taught in the school right here. It's going to be that, and then we're going to make a subject ID. Nice. And we're going to make it integer, primary key, and auto incremented. Nice. Alright, then we're gonna write down the next column, which is subject name. That's going to be water 45, and that's it. Those two are the only columns. We have the subject key, subjects for the subjects taught in the schools. And then we are going for the next question. We are going to create the exam table called exam term to store all the information about the term tests in schools made in the school. So every school term has a test. So we're going to store details about. So we're going to give it a number to make it the primary key, and we're going to auto implement it and give it a name and the date in which the exam is held. So let's do that. So exam term, column name, so exam term ID. So we're going to use a term ID right here, and that's going to be an integer, and we're going to get a primary key, and we're going to auto implement it. Right, then we're going to give it a term name, and that's Vacha 45. Right, and then exam date, I'm going to give it a date. Right, so we have the term ID, the term name, and the date to store the dates of the exams. So that's our exam term table right here. This stores the data of the the exams of during the school terms, right? So that's it for question set 16. This entire scenario will be used, will be continued in the next question set. So we'll do question set 17 next. Thank you very much.